welcome back. Today we are going to show you 5 ways to make you sound like a master ukulele player. These are 5 tips, super easy, that you can apply to your ukulele playing to make you sound
like a master.
Like a master.
They're more tricks than tips.
More tricks than tips.
Because I'm not a master, but I've been accused of being a uke master. I don't know what I'm doing.
But it sounds good.
That's right, but I have 5 of them. I got 5 of them.
We've got 5 moves.
I only got 5 tricks. What's the first one?
First one is triplets.
Triplets.
So, I'm gonna hand this ukulele to you. This is Sean Daniel. Everyone check out his page. Awesome guitar videos and some ukulele stuff as well.
You know, a lot of trickery going on over on my page. And all sorts of triplets.
Triplets.
May have been a word that you've heard. You know, I know there's like
Triplets.
reality TV shows
3.
based around triplets and
1,
stuff
2,
like
3,
that.
1, 2,
These are
3.
yes, exactly. It's turning any beat like 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're gonna separate that into 3 beats per. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay. Now this is gonna come in handy. There you go. Great way to practice it with your hands because you go left, right, left, right, left, right.
Paradiddle.
And really, that's the sound of triplets. And what makes it sound differently, because you're really just going left and right.
Right.
Right? But once you make it a triplet vibe.
There's that accent on the one.
Exactly. The accent on the 1.
2, 3.
It makes you sound like you know what you're doing. Right? So instead of, I feel like, am I a poser using a pick with the ukulele?
We'll forgive you.
I feel like it's cleaner. It sounds cleaner.
It's brighter.
Yeah.
It's louder, so
Which
you can hear
listen, so don't give me a hard time because we're just trying to give the best sound quality.
Some players use felt picks.
Yeah, I've
tried.
noticed that.
I've lost them.
I lose all my felt pick, and then they get like dirty fuzzy.
They do.
I'm not about the dirty fuzz.
They do.
I don't like that dirty fuzzy feeling.
Alright. Triplets.
So just like we're going left, right, left, right, left, right, it's the same thing as just going down and up. And so I'm just going to play a C major chord. So here's just down and up. Boring, Lucy, boring.
Got it.
You've lost me. Oh, cool, you play ukulele, sure. But then... Vibe.
Very nice.
Instant vibe. So what I'm doing is I'm just every 3rd beat I'm hitting a little extra sauce, a little extra juice. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It actually helps to like move your head like you're pounding it with your forehead. Like no kidding, it does, because if you add an element of physicality to it, it gets in your muscle memory.
Yeah, and then you also look cool because you're like in it, you know?
I do this thing where like I suck my upper lip in.
Oh,
like,
you got like a face? Wow.
So again, that's just a quick tip.
There we go.
And we're going to use that for a lot of stuff actually.
First one is triplets.
For the future
For
tips
the
and tricks. Tricks, not tips. All tricks.
So try that one out.
A lot of trickery. So you're going to need the foundation of trickery. I guess that's not really a trick. We are really playing triplets.
You're actually doing it.
Yeah. Anyways, what's the next one? What's the next one?
So the next one, something that a lot of ukulele players struggle with, it's kind of where a lot of folks plateau because they don't want to go that next level, it is bar chords.
Yes.
Yeah.
People fear the bar chord.
The bar chord.
Especially on guitar.
Really?
Yeah, because, you know,
That's
it's
true.
thicker
Yeah.
strings, there's more of them.
You gotta cover, I feel like that F chord, yeah, that's the first one that.
But here's the thing. Bar chords, you want to know the trick here? Bar chords exist in your mind before they exist on the instrument. Okay, so here's the thing. Regularly tuned ukulele in this size, G, C, E, A.
Right.
Do you have a sentence that you use to remember that?
Gorillas can eat apples?
Giant children eat animals.
Oh,
That's what I use.
Wow. It's very vegan of you.
Thank you. But gorillas, you know, yeah, sure, same difference.
Gorillas can eat apples.
But the weird thing is, this string is higher. It's a higher pitch. Right. So when I'm thinking of a bar chord, let's say my favorite chord ever is major 7. So C major 7 is really easy on a uke because it's just that 2nd fret, right? Just like that. What if I want to play D major 7? I got to move everything up 2 frets higher and the open frets up, so then I get this. Which, you know, it's beautiful, and then you can just, now it's a movable shape, but you gotta bar it, right?
Yeah.
So, a couple tricks. First one is make sure that your thumb and your pointer finger, your barring finger, are in line with each other. So you're pinching it.
Yeah.
If you're just
pressure.
if you're doing this, something like this, then it's like, now you're trying to like pin it to your chest. You're like, no,
It
pinch
work.
it, pinch it.
Yeah, so you're really just adding some pressure, but also be gentle and remember to bring your elbow under, because a lot of new students will also try and get that pressure with their arm back here.
And then it's when they look like this and it's hard and you throw your back out. You're probably holding down harder than you need to, actually.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So get that pinch, take your pointer finger, maybe angle it back in, because again, the side of your finger is a hard edge. So it's a little easier to do it that way, right? But again, these are more tips and not tricks. Here's the trick of it, okay? You don't actually have to bar all 4 strings. Work on just the highest 3 strings and then touch the lowest one to mute it. Because melodically, usually the melody of a chord is on top, meaning it's the highest note. So that's why ukulele is very interesting, because the lowest, closest to your face one is actually, like the higher string. Yeah. So you can actually just kind of like leave that out. And then if I'm doing my favorite D major 7 chord, I'm just getting
jumping over
these 3 strings, right? And then my pointer finger is touching that. So I'm not gonna hear that muted string in the chord. And it also kind of makes for a cleaner sound. Here's all 4 strings. 3.
Yeah, that's true. Less noise.
And there's such a negligible difference. So when you think of bar chords, think of actually just 3 strings. And then if you want to challenge yourself too, you could, if that's still too hard to, you're really just holding down 2 strings at a time with a bar. You could also just use 3 fingers instead of a bar chord. So again, there's always different ways to do it, but see it in your mind. Be like, all right, I just know that the 5th fret has to be held down. Now that doesn't mean I have to really pinch it. Think like, all right, I just got to get these down and then that. And then I think it's an easier way to kind of get into something. That's a trick. Yeah. That's a trick for you.
And it just takes a little bit of practice. It's gonna be uncomfortable because you're not used to giving this part of your hand that attention.
That pinching motion. We're not lobsters. We're not crabs. We don't do this all the time. One good way to practice this is just to pinch strangers.
Oh yeah.
You know, you just go up to strangers, pinch them.
Yeah.
You know, that's great advice. What's another
bonus tip?
What's another
bonus
trick?
tip?
Pinch people you don't know.
All right.
Another trick. What's another one?
Oh, but also bar chords are nice because then you can hop up and down.
Everything's movable. All right. If you're a uke player and you're playing stuff here, they're like that. That person knows.
They clearly know.
Clearly.
The further up the neck you go, the more people think you know what you're doing.
Still, no ukulele player has ever played this high on the neck.
I mean, I'm sure they have.
No, this is the first time. This is the very first time it's ever happened. Right here.
It's very impressive. Wow. Wow.
Tips and tricks. Next one.
Third tip.
What's that?
Hammer-ons.
Oh.
Or off.
Ooh.
Hammer on and off.
All right, all right.
Something I learned on guitar as a kid, and I thought I was amazing.
There we go.
I thought I was so cool.
Now you can do these in context of a chord. Let's take everybody's favorite, the people's chord, G, right? Get your middle finger on the highest string here. What if it started open, and then you hammer?
Put it down. Yeah, so
How's
hammer
that?
on simply means you're releasing or pressing down on the note as it's
Exactly,
ringing.
while it's already vibrating.
So after you hit the string.
Again.
Let's do that again.
That power.
Yeah.
There we go. Power. Again, you don't want that, you know.
Right. That would be a separate note at that point.
Sure. So
immediate.
it's more of an inflection, yeah.
Yeah.
So the same concept is pull off. So like that. If you can hammer on, you can pull it off. Now here's the trick: pull offs. You don't just leave the string. You can. You play it as you leave.
Right.
So instead of just lifting your finger off the string, you lift it. Boom. Get off. There you go.
You'll hear this in a lot of like metal.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
you know, for your ukulele metal fans.
Sure, there's a lot of them out there, for sure.
Yeah.
Hammer-ons and pull-offs. Now, that's just within a chord. All right.
Tom Petty feels.
You could do. You'd even do double hammer-ons, like open 2 3.
Wow. Very fancy.
If you're super.
You could also start with just one note. Let's not get too far ahead.
For sure.
Let's just do how about a C? You know, or yeah.
Okay. There's a C, right?
Yeah. So you can practice just by playing one note on, one note off.
There you go.
And then start building the chords.
And then, guess what? You can also incorporate your triplets into this if you can do a double hammer-on, because if you have a note and then you do two hammer-ons, that's 3 notes. So it lines up perfectly with our triplets. So let's do the middle strings and go open 2 4, open 2 4. Okay? Like that, but as hammer-ons. I think that's the best way to practice double hammer-ons.
Just start really slow and then speed it up.
And then see what you can do. I mean, does that bring us to our next tip? What is that?
Brings us to number 4, which applies to all musical instruments and not to talking. This is actually a psychological thing. So
What?
The tip is playing faster.
Okay.
So, and I guess in key would be the main point. So playing fast, when we see someone like shredding on a ukulele, they're like, oh wow, they're really good. But they don't have to be playing very complicated stuff, right?
No.
Right. As long as they're playing fast,
because we
like
can't.
they know what
We're
they're
not going to
doing.
diagnose the intricacies of the fast notes coming at us. We're just going to hear that there are some notes.
We're just going to hear the music happening.
So what's the psychological talking fast? What?
Oh, but so talking fast, they did this study.
Oh no.
That the clearer you speak and the slower you speak, it makes it appear as if you are able to process what you're saying before you're saying it.
Okay.
And that makes you sound more intelligent. As if I was talking like this and I was talking really fast. However, I feel like all studies usually come out with another study in a couple years, and then they're going to be like, oh, I think people who talk really fast are actually really smart.
I talk super fast most of the time.
Oh, really? No, I feel like.
But I'm also like really dumb.
Up and down.
I'm like really dumb. So I think your study is correct.
Interesting.
Your study. Like I say, like you did
I
it.
did the research.
You're fast.
But I'm pretty sure they did a study before this where they thought talking slow made you appear to be less intelligent. Just a weird side note. However, playing music quickly.
Sometimes it depends on the words you use too. But I want to talk about how we're going to incorporate 2 of the other tips into this new trick.
Okay.
And I'm going to demonstrate it while I speak very slowly and intelligently. All right? Because I always talk slow. Because my brain is working so hard with computations, etc. Triplets on these 2 strings, just like the last time, but now let's speed it up. And talk at the same time at different tempos.
Can you hold a conversation?
I can, of course. Ask me a question.
What's your favorite basketball team?
Miami Heat, or whatever. More specifically, whatever team Jimmy Butler's on. So right now, the Miami Heat, but I'm a Chicago Bulls guy.
All right. Wow.
I'm from Chicago.
This is very impressive. I mean, I'm impressed. Master ukulele player right here.
So you're being tricked. It's all a trick.
It's pretty good.
Jimmy Butler. Man, I love Jimmy Butler.
Does he love the ukulele though?
I think he would. For sure. We've
got one more.
One more, huh?
We've got one more tip for you. And this one, I'm going to let you dive into a bit. Because I know how they sound, but I don't yet know how to explain them.
Guess what? You're in the right spot.
Yay.
About to be tricked. Diminished chords. This is the final level of ukulele mastery. Diminished chords are awesome.
Okay.
They're great because they sound crunchy.
They
do a full diminished chord, a diminished 7th chord, which we're going to learn right now, does not exist in any one key. It's super interesting, okay? So we're going to take the key of C, everybody's favorite, easy, it's just 3rd fret, right? We're going to make the crunchiest way to lead ourselves to C, right? This is too basic. It's like, even with my triplets, Need a little more grit.
Okay.
You know, I want to show people that I'm a worldly man. So there we go, right? So what I did here is diminished 7 chord. Now this is actually much easier than any bar chord because it's super easy shape. Look, I'm gonna go in 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so diminished 7 chord. You can resolve this. What I mean by resolve is like this is pointing to a chord. It's trying to get somewhere, but I'm not letting it. Right? We're hanging there.
And then.
Yep. And then we release it with sweet resolution. Finally, I can breathe again. And it's just my pinky's just going 1 fret higher, and then boom, just like that. Okay. So diminished 7 chords are actually super interesting. Where
what are they made out of?
Basically, it's stacked minor thirds would be one way to think of it.
That doesn't help me.
So a minor third is an interval. It's a space between 2 notes. Okay, 3 frets on ukulele is a minor third. So if I were to play any single note, I'm just gonna play the open high E string. Giant children eat animals. Open high A string. And I'm gonna go. So that's open, right? I'm gonna add 3 notes. So 0 plus 3 is a minor third. If I were to play the minor scale, it would give me a minor third. If I go 3 notes from here, I go to 6. If I go 3 notes from here, I go open 3, 6, 9. If I go 3 notes from here, guess what? I'm back where I started.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are 12 notes in all of Western music. So if we just have a space of 3 notes each, we cut them like a pizza into equal spots. So all 12 notes, you can slice them into 3 note chunks at a time.
All right.
You with me?
Okay.
Open 3, 6, 9, 12.
Got it.
If I were to play those together in one chord, it would be this chord. So it's 4 minor thirds stacked on top of each other. Now the interesting thing about this, again, now we're getting some masterclass right here, right? Crazy thing about this is there's 4 notes in this chord, right? I can move this entire chord a minor third, and I'm just shuffling the order of the same 4 notes. Therefore, I can move this as a shape, and it's not going to change. I can name the chord differently if I want to, but it's the same thing. So if I move this chord 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 notes higher, to make it 4, 5, 4, 5. See, I'll just go 1, 2, 3. That's the same chord, the same notes, but now since I've moved everything 3, yes, exactly. And then I can move it 3 notes higher, and then 3 notes higher, and then 3 notes higher. So it's a really interesting chord.
Yeah.
But you can always resolve it on the note higher where your pinky is.
Okay.
Okay? So now if you do this in combination with bar chords, you could actually do that, see? And then every time, so no matter where you are, you just move your pinky higher and then turn into a bar chord.
Wow.
Just like that. And that's not that hard. Like if you look at my hand right here, like let's say I want to end something on this D major chord, right? I can just go back 1 from where my major resolution is, put this little bum 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 bum, and then just like that, right? And I think it's a very complex sound that I don't hear a lot of ukulele players playing out there.
You really don't.
Yet.
You really don't.
Until you've seen this video on this channel, because I mean, come on.
So give it a try.
There you go.
Let us know. And if anything, out of all these tips, you can play a little faster.
Sure.
But have a little more confidence to play those with bar chords.
It's about the confidence.
It's all in here. You can do it. Just keep practicing.
I love it. And then like and subscribe and share this video with people, because that's how she gets super famous, you know? So do that.
Do that.
That's another trick.
Like, subscribe, and definitely check out Sean Daniels' channel. And thank you for all the tips.